Hey guys, how are you? It's Thursday, one more day before Friday. Anyway, so I was gonna cook something really fast. So I do have something here that I want to show you guys how you can make it. It's real easy. There's really not a name to it. Basically just sopita. The reason why I say sopita is because it's like soup. It's cold outside, so you want something warm going in your body at dinner time. Again, this is totally up to you if this is something you want to eat. The way that I'm going to describe it, it's just how I describe it and the ingredients that I use. So if you have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hope you enjoy. All right, guys, so what we have here are pieces of pork chops. They were this kind here, so they were bone in. So I used some of the pork chops the other day and I had some leftovers. So what I basically did is I just cut around it, made these little chunks of pork chop meat here. See, just filled that. What I'm basically making or going to make is something just called sopita. You just want something really warm. So I cut all of these up. I put them in here. And then I have some potatoes here that I'm going to cut up and also put in there. I'm going to chop these up really small. Also, I have some sopita. In Spanish, they're called, well, sopita. And in English, they're just regular shells here. When you put them in there to boil, they get a lot bigger, and you'll see when we're done. Also, one thing that I do add to this is a seasoning that we call nor, which is caldo tomate, basically tomato with chicken flavor. It's just a little powder. You put this in the pot or the pan whenever the juice is already boiling, and this is what gives it flavor, so you don't have to add chicken broth or any of that stuff. So let's move over to the stove. Alright guys, so I already have the pan here with oil. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically put this in here. It is already steaming hot. So I'm going to put this in here. So basically what you want to do is you just want to break it up here. You want to kind of even it out so that it can cook very good. So just even it out. You can put some salt and pepper on here. We're going to go ahead and just let this cook here for a little bit, and we will come back to that. Alright guys, so while that's cooking, I went ahead and started chopping up some potatoes, papas. This is the second one here. You can just basically cut this however you want. If you want them to be in big chunks, small chunks, whatever. Again, it's your food. It's how you want to cook it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just chop these up as just regular size. And then once I'm done here and I see that the pork chops have cooked a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add these in with the noodles or the sopas, so that way they can just cook along with it, kind of basically boil with it to get all the flavor of the nor that I'm going to be adding in. If you are just serving 2 to 3 people, I would say maybe 2 or 3 potatoes are good. Again, it just depends on how you cut them. So the way that I'm cutting them here, I would say this would probably feed 3 people. But if you're like me and you love potatoes, then yeah, you might want to just think about that again. So I'm going to go over and check the pork chops to see how they're doing. And then we'll add these here shortly. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is, as you can see, that the pork chops are already cooked enough for us to go ahead and add the potatoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add these potatoes to here. I've already seasoned the pork chops with salt and pepper, so I don't need to season it anymore. So just go ahead and let that get in there. Okay, so I went ahead and added the little sopa noodles here. And I'm going to go ahead and mix it in. Usually if I was just making this with something else, I would put oil in the pan and go ahead and mix that with that first to get them browned a little bit. But since I'm going to make it as a soup, I'm just going to let it kick in, and I'm going to put the nor in water so that it can start to simmer. Alright y'all, so what I did is I went ahead and put water, and I put enough. What I did is I used 1 cup, just like this, of just regular water. Then I did 2 more cups of water, but with the 2 cups I did mix 1 spoonful and 1 cup of this, and another spoonful and 1 cup of another cup of water. Mixed it together, and I just threw it in there. So as you can see, the coloring on here, this is from that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it up a bit and just let it simmer. Also guys, just wanted to let you know that at the store they do sell this kind, which is a tomato. If you are making anything else, like another soup of caldo de res, you can use this. If you're making chicken soup, they have another one that is a green color and it's chicken flavor. So you can use this for that, and you can use this. I will show you guys how to make rice another day, and with the rice you can use this flavor here, which is the tomato. Some people like to use the tomato sauce. I personally don't, because the tomato sauce, it tends to get really thick and it makes your rice get thick, and I don't like that in my rice. So I have this here. It is boiling. If you can see here, the pork chops, the potatoes, and the soup, or the noodles. And what you'll do is, as it starts to boil, later on you'll come to taste it, just to make sure that the flavors are good. Sometimes you do have to add this just a little bit, not as much, because this can come out very strong. Sometimes you just might need a little bit salt. If you wanted to add anything else to this, if you want any vegetables, like maybe some green or red peppers, if you want to put jalapenos, you can put whatever you want to put on there. I just want something simple, and this would go good with either chips or tortillas. So let's let this simmer for a little bit, and we'll be back. Alright everyone, so it's still simmering down. Not simmering, it's yeah, you have it on simmer, so it's simmering down. As you can tell, what you want to look for is, of course, the pork chops should already be cooked because you cooked them before. But you just want to get a fork, and see here, you just want to kind of go through the potatoes. If you can go through the potatoes like this and they break easily, then that means that the potatoes are done. What you want to look for are the noodles. The noodles, you want to just put your fork through there. That one, you see, it's done. See? If they're not so hard, this one just might need about 5 more minutes. The noodles just a little bit hard. You just want to kind of cook it a little bit more, just to get it a little soft. You see how I say that this is good for like a little soup or caldo, because there you go. Put this in a bowl, and we'll show you soon here later. We'll show you here soon. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start serving this. We already turned off the stove. You want to go ahead and serve it, because you see it's really hot. If you put it in the bowl, it'll cool down just a bit. So you want to make sure that you get a lot of it, as far as the noodles, the pork chops, and the potatoes. And then you want to leave some space for the juice. The best part of it is the juice. See, there you are. Got your little soup. Warm you up some tortillas or some bread, and you're good to go. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe below. Leave a comment if you want me to cook anything that you maybe thought twice about. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.